Hi, welcome to the Witch House. Pull up a chair, have a sit, and let's chat. And today we're going to talk about life, the universe, and everything. Let's start with July. Oh my God, July was a month. Oh boy, was it a month. Between Mercury retrograde and all the other planets in retrograde. Then we had the full moon and the eclipse. Yeah, can you say shit? It was awful. It was a really hard month for me. Definitely. And my mom's birthday was last month as well. So it was just a tough. It started out with I was driving on the freeway and I heard this clunking sound, and I thought it was maybe my spare tire in the back of my van, but my spare tire is inside the vehicle. It's not underneath. And I double checked, and that wasn't it, and I couldn't see anything under the car. So the next day, I'm out driving, and I'm hearing this clunking sound really loud. And so I got off the freeway, and fortunately, my auto shop wasn't too far away, and I drove over there, and as soon as I pulled in, it was clunk. And I was like, what the fuck? So not only did I break one shock, I broke two. So I had to have both rear shocks replaced, and that is how the month started. Couple days later, driving along, got all the windows down, and I'm grocery shopping, lock up the car, put up the windows, and one of my back windows will not go up. Nothing. Nothing. Won't go up. So for a couple of days it was like that. And then I thought, well, I know how to get the door off, take off the inside door frame and do this. So I took off the inside door and I'm looking, and it's the whole friggin' window mechanism. I need a whole new mechanism if I'm going to get that one window to work. So I was like, shit. So then I couldn't get the inside door back on. Of course. Of course. It's like Mercury. Okay, thank you. Yep. So back over to my auto shop, and they were able to get my door back on. And I asked him, I said, can you at least get the window up? I don't care if it doesn't work. At least get it up so, I can secure my vehicle. And not like anybody'd want to steal anything out of this, trust me. But he sent me to another place that a guy he'd worked with, and he fixed it, and so I was able to get the window up. Now, it's permanently disabled, so I appreciated that so that I wouldn't accidentally push the button, have the window go down, and have it get stuck again. So he put the window up, so I'm good there. Then, the following week, I figure I'm going to go make myself some dinner, and I open the refrigerator, and I'm going to make a salad, and I pull out a frozen head of lettuce, frozen carrots. All my vegetables are solid blocks. My almond milk is a solid block of ice. Oh my God. So yeah, so I had to get a new refrigerator. I'm telling you, I can't make this stuff up. This is what Mercury does to me, okay? Through the years, I've figured it out that I always have to be more careful with Mercury retrograde and mechanics, because that's when all mechanical stuff seems to break down on me. Not so much the communication, a little bit with communication, but for the most part, it's keeping my fingers crossed that no mechanics break during that time. And man, I got it in spades this time. I seriously, it was like, no more, please, no more. And I still have, I have a problem with my ceiling in my bedroom, and I'm hoping to get that fixed this month because I wasn't about to sign any contracting papers while Mercury was still working. Okay, wasn't happening. Um, so yeah, so July was a very full on month. I also in that time decided to become vegan, vegetarian. I'd really like to go full on vegan, and that's what I practice while I'm at home. But occasionally, when I go out to eat, you would be surprised that there are a few vegan restaurants in San Diego, but most of them are like 15 miles away from where I live. There's nothing really locally I can get that's vegan, so I usually have to settle for vegetarian. Now, I am eating vegan out of just health issues and food preferences. I want to make sure that everybody is clear on this. I'm doing this for health reasons and just for personal preference. I woke up one morning and I just decided I didn't want to eat another burger. I couldn't look at another breast of chicken. It didn't appeal to me anymore. And I knew this would also help my health going forward since the last time we chatted about it, my blood sugar was not very good, and I have to go back for more blood tests in September to see if I'm doing any better. Otherwise, I don't know if she's going to increase my medication or what, but I'm certainly hoping to be doing better. I'm feeling much better since going vegan. It's, I've struggled with food all my life. It's been a struggle. And I didn't start out heavy. It was just a terrible set of circumstances that kind of snowballed. I was a pretty healthy kid until I got sick when I was in first grade. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And I spent about 3 months in the hospital, and then my mother decided to switch doctors. And the new doctor knew exactly what it was. And I ended up spending another 3 or 4 months recuperating at home. And what it was is I had a severe kidney infection. So while I was in the hospital, although I was eating, I was losing weight, and I just wasn't feeling good. And, this is back in the early 70s before they really knew, I guess, what kidney infection was. So the doctor sent me home and gave my mother orders to feed me whatever I wanted, that I needed to put on some weight. And he's like, if she wants cheeseburgers and french fries and milkshakes, that's what you give her. And unfortunately, that grew into a pattern for me, and it grew into a pattern for my mom. And, that's how the whole thing kind of jumbled. And I've always kind of associated, I guess, food with love and emotions. And if I was sad, I would eat. If I was happy, I would eat. And then later on in life, I got into binge eating. Not purging. I never purged, but I would binge eat for sure. And just, family dynamics and things made it hard to lose weight. I'm from a typical American diet where, it's meat and potatoes. I grew up in dairy country. We got milk straight out of the cow. So, that was life. But now, with the enormous change in my life, losing my mom 3 years ago, losing my love 8 months ago, and then, losing my stepdad to my rotten stepsisters, taking everything away from me, it was time for me to rebuild, and rebuild in a way that felt good to me for a change. I didn't have to be beholden to anybody else. It was all about what I wanted. And so what I wanted was to be vegan. And so I have, and it's been good. I've been enjoying it very much. I'm not hungry. I eat what I want, when I want, how much that I want. It's the first time in my life I have not counted calories or carbohydrates or portions or anything. And I have lost 10 pounds. I didn't lose any weight last week because I was eating out a lot. And I'm finding that if I eat out more than once, maybe twice a week, it definitely has an effect on my weight because when I cook at home, I use no oil or a minuscule amount of oil. And I do very low fat, so I don't eat a lot of nuts. I don't eat a lot of avocado. I try to keep it to very much whole food. And yeah, so that's what's been going on with the health journey and the Mercury retrograde. And then also, I started continually felt like I was getting pulled into the social media abyss. It's a rabbit hole in all its forms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even YouTube. Can send you down a rabbit hole for hours and hours. And I'm finding that I want to get away from it. And so I did announce on both my Facebook and Instagram. I haven't really Twittered in a long time, although I have an account. But I did announce on Facebook and Instagram that I would be going social media free for the month of August in order to focus more on working with my cards, playing with my cards, and reading, which is something I have not been able to do in a long time, or if I have, it's been witchy and tarot books. And I did join a book club on Facebook, so I do check in there about once a week. But we have books already set to read and things, and so I'm enjoying being able to read those books without having to worry about checking out other social media or anything like that. I will be putting up my own video content because the decks are continuing to roll in, which I'm very excited about, and I'm going to have an unboxing coming up next. But yeah, this was just kind of like a check-in as to what happened in July and where I'm going in August. And I'm not sure where my channel's going. I really love unboxings. I love indie decks, getting new indie decks. I had an idea that, my good friend Little Zen Crone has been doing Sunday shout outs for under 500 subscriber YouTube channels, which I think is fantastic. That's a great way for us to get more people involved in the community. I am an art lover, and that's why I love indie decks so much. It's supporting independent artistry. And I was thinking of maybe starting to do some videos about independent shops where you can purchase, witchy goods, tarot goods, bags, books, whatever. So I'm thinking about doing that because there are a lot of independent shops that I purchase from or that I've heard about through other people that I would love to shout out because they have fabulous products that I use repeatedly. I buy from these people. And so I thought that might be fun. So let me know what you think about giving independent creators, artists, shout outs for buying stuff from them. Of course, I'm going to still I'm going to be talking about my veganism and how my health journey is going. I am also going to continue to talk about my grief and what is going on in that respect. At least through the first year, which surprisingly is not that far away. It's almost hard to think about, really. But I'll have another video coming up on that soon. Anyways, I guess that's really all I have to say about what's going on right now. And just that I'm so thrilled to have you all here and all with me on this journey, this trip, this ride, wherever we're going. I'm just so thankful and so grateful to have such a wonderful group of people around me. And yeah, so all the chakra love to you guys. And I will see you on the next one.